Hey, and welcome to our stream, our D&D game, Strixhaven Ilandara. We left off our last session with some exciting events happening. I think I have the background music a little too high. Let me adjust that for people. But where we last left off, we had a nice sort of confrontation with the school bully, Rubina. She got what was coming to her, but not before she could really get into Syntax's head, kind of weaseling her way into his insecurities, almost like she's trained in word magic and that kind of thing.
She's not a basic bitch.
She is,
knows.
but she knows how to...
No, she's not.
Yeah, she's not basic. She's just a bitch.
Okay.
Yeah. What is my cat doing? I just hear jingles. Okay, whatever. We'll find out. She's probably, dismantling the establishment. But, you know what? If so, good girl.
Good for her.
It's okay. It's
Yeah,
your establishment.
I know, I'm the establishment, so... But we, So that happened, and then immediately after that, Syntax only just got a mild amount of sort of closure, talking through with his friends a little bit, though I don't know if closure is the right term. They just had to confront some of their emotions. But then immediately, you guys, poor Kaerthana, came across Aurora, the student who we knew to be a member of the Auric, the anti-Strixhaven essentially rebellion or terrorist group. And she warned Kaerthana that it's all about Silverquill underneath Silverquill before she passed out. Later, you found out that a memory spell had been cast on her, and she was literally losing her memories as she spoke to Kaerthana. Kaerthana could actually see the memories flowing out of her. Despite that statement, a big explosion at the Witherbloom campus, the opposite side of the school, drew everyone's attention. You all, knowing that it's a distraction, decided to set out to Silverquill, dragging your friend Quintilius along as well. So here we are. The group, these four characters, as well as the other player characters who are just going to be conveniently not really here, but they are, for the sake of, if the players come back. I know my sister's character, Giuseppe, is going to be gone for the following 2 weeks because my sister has some finals and whatnot with school, as well as Tech Week for shows that she is the choreographer for. And so it just makes it very hard for her to join in. So it's quite possible Giuseppe will not be with us for this climax.
Yeah, we didn't get him. Why would we bring Giuseppe? Unless he's here.
Yeah, exactly. So as of now, you guys didn't bring Giuseppe because he's a kid. And then, we can imagine that okay. But we can imagine that Imagine is with you guys, just like maybe he'll meet up with you guys in the school because maybe he was studying or whatever. Though I do believe Jerry is also going to miss next session as well. So we are going to see, again, they may just spontaneously join us. I'm not going to say they can't because they weren't there to get into the dungeon or wherever we're going. But for the sake of role play and dialogue and all of that, the only people who are actually, quote, here are going to be our players and then Quintilius. I will say another very important thing that happened was Nim had a nice chat with his patron. We actually got to see what his patron looked like. This towering, hulking form with a ton of glowing red eyes, almost in a semicircle pattern on their face, horns, dark, sinewy clothing, and 5 arms. They spoke to Nim, saying things like Nim was never compelled to do anything for the Daemogoth. Only that the Daemogoth presented them with power and told them outright that it would bring misery, but that it was too tempting. Essentially saying that even now, I have something I want you to do, but you're not going to have to do it, but you're going to find yourself doing it anyways, because I'm the only one who has answers about your history. And so the only way you're going to get that is if you help me. So, but again, I'm not going to magically compel you to do anything. Also, Nim confronted it about, like, I didn't make the deal. And then the Daemagoth kind of emphasized, like, no, you didn't, but that's why I've always been there your whole life. And that's why when you wanted power, I was there to offer it to you. Essentially claiming that the Daemagoth was that monster underneath Nim's bed. Or that thing in the corner of Nim's eye. Whenever Nim thought there was a monster there as a little kid, there actually was. But Deja.
For him.
Yeah. For him, not saying that's the case for others. And they also emphasized that there is a associate of the Daemagoth that it wants you to help in them acquiring something. We don't really know what, but he did give you a name for his associate. Do you have that name written down?
Do.
Okay,
Would you like?
I mean, you can read it. I have it. It's Astrin.
Oh yeah,
but
it was
Astrin.
Yeah.
aspirin.
Not aspirin.
No.
Asterin.
Asterin.
Like star, and then yeah. Okay.
Aspirin.
God damn
I'm gonna
it.
ruin every name always.
Well, that's like when I came up with so there's Animo, the kid who's named after the animus theorem because his parents were dweebs. Yeah. And then Jerry immediate's like animal, and I'm like, oh god, you're a monster. But yeah, okay. So you guys are now making your way to Silver Quill Campus. You get here, and it is pretty barren. There's not a lot of people here. Those that are here are either quickly moving, having gotten out of a private meeting with a professor or a class, and they're either quickly moving to see kind of what's going on with this rising pillar of smoke in the distance. You can see some professors quickly moving to teleportation circles and other things along those lines. For the sake of this being, keeping this interesting, I'm going to give you guys a very unique opportunity that I may regret. Roll a perception check. Whoever is keeping an eye on what's going on right now, I want you to roll a perception check if you're keeping an eye on those who are around you.
Who's gonna do it?
I heard a whoop whoop, so I think Deja rolled a 10? A 4. Was the 10 just like an additional kind of roll that happened? Gotta love that. Thank you for sticking with the one it is. Sorry, I noticed our chat is kind of being weird, so I'm going to bring it up a little and make it a little bigger. But, and then is that a 6?
That's a 5 from Nim.
A 5. Ugh.
He's really paying attention. He's distracted.
Yeah, he got other things.
What's going on?
Yeah,
he
got
just got
other
off the
things.
phone with his boss.
Oh my god, I hate that, but you're right. There, so our chat has been kind of a little too small to read for a while now. I made it a little bit bigger. Hopefully that helps solve the problem. Meanwhile, we have a 17 from Evelina. So, Evelina, you, honestly, you are the only one who rolled a high enough perception to notice one of the professors going into a teleportation room nearby. It is a professor you would recognize. I mean, I just said you recognize. I'm on a great roll. But it is a professor. I'm trying to find their portrait because I put them somewhere else like an idiot.
We know what they look like.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You see a professor rushing, her feathers in a huff, as she's going to this teleportation circle. Mavinda is very quickly going to, it looks, you can tell that she's kind of like, her robes seem a little bit more form-fitting. Like, There's a little bit of like battle vibes to her. She's not in armor, obviously. She would never fall that far. She still has her little like round spectacles on her beak, but her robes are a little bit less drapey. It's like she threw off the outer cloak and now she's like ready to throw down. Think of like the Jedi pulling off their like big Jedi robe. And she is moving fast. You can tell that she's like magically sped herself up as she's going to this teleportation circle. But yeah, do with that information as you will. It looks like she's gonna get to that circle pretty fucking quick. It doesn't with a 17, and just because you're a smart little owlin, you can guess she's probably going to go deal with whatever's happening in the Witherbloom campus, right? You know from previous conversations with her that she has, in fact, been a member of the Dragon's Guard, which is the military of Strixhaven, and has fought against Auric in the past, along with Tavash. So perhaps her mobilizing is a sign that they think Auric are doing something. Who knows? No one else sees her, but you do.
I think Evie might point out, it's like, look, there goes Mavinda. She's moving fast.
Do we want to tell Mavinda anything right now?
Do you think we should get the faculty to go down to the basement with us?
Personally, I think it's going to slow us down. I think Mavinda is more of a tell me everything first sort of person.
True.
I don't think we should
apologize later.
I don't think we should invite her personally. I think we need to just get going. Quintilius looks at you all very impatiently. He is still in his like satin. Oh no! He did a magical girl transformation. I forgot about that. Last session, he was like in his pajamas and he did like some spiral, and like now he's in his clothing out, his like normal clothes. But yeah, no, he's very impatient. He wants to get down there as well, but he also very obviously doesn't want to be the first person anywhere. So like he's like trying to pressure everyone to go, but he's also like following syntax or whoever's like in the lead. Do you know what I mean? It's like gung ho, but behind you.
Yeah, I imagine we're all behind Kaerthana.
Yeah, so that's honestly
force recently.
Yeah, let's be real. That's what's happening. Kaerthana's in the front, and he's like, don't we want to go? And then like looks at Kaerthana like, I'm gonna follow you. But like, you know. But I will say you have very little time left. This is kind of the last moment you have. Are you guys going to get her attention or no?
I'm not.
No.
You watch as she steps into the teleporter and whoosh, she is gone. I have so many tabs open. I'm trying to find the tab that I'm technically streaming to get rid of her icon. There, she is gone. I have way too many tabs. You guys go quickly inside of, I will zoom us in at least on the stream down to the map of the of this section. There are numerous sections of this part of campus. English is hard today. In the center is the Grand Loft Hall. You can imagine anything of importance is probably in there. As you head inside through the central doorway that reminiscently has a hanging pendulum in the center that makes the triangular-esque entryway look like the nib of a quill or a fountain pen. You come inside to a very large space that echoes with your footsteps, black and white marble lining the floor. There are numerous offshoots as well as spiraling staircases that head up this main chamber. What are you guys looking for here?
Signs of entry? Does it look like anyone's been through there?
It does not look any different than usual. I will remind you, Kaerthana was told specifically under Silver Quill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no like stairs that go to lower levels.
Yeah, stairs down maybe.
At initial glance, you don't see any stairs down, but if you all would like to roll investigation checks for me, we can see if you can find either a hidden stairs or, that the stairs that, faculty or janitorial might use.
Yeah, we've seen those bullshit teleport paths too.
Yeah.
Oh,
What was that?
A nat
You got a nat 20?
A nat 20. Did.
Hell yeah. You cut out just a hair, but I'm 90% sure you're...
Yes,
no, you're
I
good.
did.
I kept on hearing nat twi, and then it would stop. So okay,
Oh,
there.
no.
It came in. We're good. It came in. So you're investigating all of this, and you don't really see much. This is the central chamber. You guys probably spend about 5 minutes going down side chambers, all of which eventually kind of bend upward or end in classrooms. When Nim, in the sort of central chamber, much like in the artwork for the whole quad, the College of Silver Quill, there's a large statue in the center of the chamber that is shaped like a pen with kind of a quill tip at the top, or I should say pen nib at the top. There's also kind of a pool of black ink around it in the center of this room. It is just a fountain kind of bubbling black ink, nothing all that spectacular. After you guys search for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you can't find anything. Nim, being the sort of long-armed man that he is, manages to kind of sorry, not long-armed. That
I mean, it's true.
Your arm would have to be like 12 feet long. I was like, this doesn't work. That's not what I meant. I realized this as I was speaking. I was gonna have you open something a certain way, and I'm like, that's terrifying. So that's not okay. Nim gets tired and just absentmindedly sits on the rim of this fountain. As you rest your hand on the edge, you feel something underneath the back edge, right above the sort of pool of black ink. It feels like a kind of rudimentary button of sorts, made of stone that you could probably shift up, almost making it into a handle. And as you do this, just absentmindedly, you pull up, and the entire section you just sat down on lifts up and away as if it were I hate that I'm saying this, like a DeLorean door. Like you grab it and it like swings up. You see the black ink pool off of it, and this sort of wedge appears with the spiral staircase directly below this fountain. Does that kind of make sense? Think of it like if it's a pizza, the slice just lifted up like this.
Yeah, it totally makes sense.
Yeah. And yeah, exactly. So again, I wish I had cool visuals for this. I tried to find it, but yeah. So you just open the DeLorean door pizza, and yeah, ruining the moment, right? One description at a time. And there is a staircase heading downwards. You can also note that there is, because you crit, you can see some of the black ink that spilled into the staircase. Not much, but just a little. Like this is underneath a fountain, so even though it's designed for the ink to part ways, there's a few drips here and there. And you can make out a heel print in one of them. So someone has definitely just gone down here.
Guys, I think I found the way down. And someone's been here already.
Ooh. Do they have big feet or small feet? That's important.
It's very
Don't
hard
ask me
to
why
tell.
I know that.
Emerson?
You
Big or
can't tell.
small?
It's just the heel. It's just the curve of the heel.
Yeah, but like they're like hippo people and elephant people.
Okay, that's fair. It
That's
looks
True.
human. It looks human.
True.
Or
Okay,
humanoid.
humanoid.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a talon. It's not a hippo. Yeah, elephant. Loxodon, sorry. Print. Whoever it is has a humanoid-shaped foot. But yeah, you spiral on down these stairs, and it brings you to
Is it
a...
gonna be dark?
It is dark. As you head down these stairs,
fuck.
it is very dark. Thank you for mentioning that, because I always forget. How many of this group has dark vision?
Nim does.
Okay,
It's
cool.
not me.
Yeah, and Quintilius also does not have dark vision. So
It's fine. I brought a. Oh shit! Wait. Yeah, I
okay.
don't have fucking shit.
So the
Never
three of
mind.
Very
you,
one person.
the three of you have dark vision and just start heading down this pathway without even really thinking much of it. Keep in mind, dark vision
No.
does take away color from it. But again, you guys can see just fine. You're fine. You're heading down, and then only like after you guys are probably like one half of a curve down this spiral staircase, do you realize like both Quintilius and Syntax are like kind of going down, feeling a wall.
That's not
And
what's happening. Syntax is
Oh, no.
frantically fucking waving his stupid rainbow flag that he got on
oh
the way
my
to the
god!
ship.
Okay, so much better. So you turn around and you see Quintilius trying to like act like he can see, but he's obviously like, you can see that he's kind of staring off into nothing. Because he can't, it's black. And he's like feeling his way down the wall, and then Syntax starts waving the flag, and you can see relief wash over Quintilius's face, but like he'd never show that to Syntax. So like there's relief,
guess
and
you
then he
have to
turns
hold
around.
on.
And he's like, I guess I'll just keep you company.
Syntax just puts an hand around their waist tightly, hip to hip.
Oh.
Yeah. And again, I would like to point out, Quintilius doesn't react to that at all. Like this kind of contact is not abnormal for them now. You guys might be able to read into that, but like at least between the two of them, nothing's weird with that. And then he'll like, as you guys are heading down, you'll just hear him, you smell like grease.
Syntax stops waving the flag, and it's just dark.
He's like, no, do it, come on. And then he'll grab your wrist, and instead of waving the flag, is waving your wrist to wave the flag. He's like, come on, lazy. So while whatever that is happening in the back, you guys eventually get down to a what looks to be kind of a very banal room. There has a D word there, the only one I remember. But this boring space it reads much like how a empty basement might read. Just kind of gray stone walls. It is a octagon, which is a little strange, with this spiral staircase spiraling down in the center of the room. So the room's relatively low ceilings, maybe about 6 feet. And it spirals down, and in the middle of the spiral staircase, where once you had a pillar of stone that you were spiraling around, once you step into the room, that pillar of stone goes away, same with the wall, and the spiraling staircase remains freestanding for that last 6 feet of a curl, right? And then right in the center of that spiral staircase is a small little dais, a little stand filled with sand. Think of it as, if you've read Harry Potter or anything like that, kind of like a pensive, a little bowl on a stone dais. Think bird feeder, maybe. Just in case, dais, I think, is the right term for it, right?
I don't know. Bird feeder helps.
But
me.
yeah, think the bird feeder type shape. It's this little like bowl at the top on a little stand. Maybe, and in that bowl is sand. You also notice that right on the edge of the bowl, resting perfectly in a groove, is a single stone quill. The rest of the room seems relatively empty. Again, it's only about 6 feet tall, maybe 20 feet wide, radius of 10 feet, right? And again, you're standing in the center of it. There are 8 walls, and you notice on every other wall, there seems to be 5 empty squares in a row. In the center of the wall, just square, 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 square. On every other wall. of the octagon.
Hmm.
Think of it like a compass. North, south, east, west. All of those walls have these 5 squares in a line.
Oh, so they each have the 5
They each have 5
on
in
every
a line.
other.
On
So
every
there's
other.
25 total, technically.
There are 25 total,
No, 20,
correct.
20, 20.
20, yes. Thank you.
Okay,
There
I
are 20,
understand.
but it is 4 groups of 5. You do notice, as all of you step foot into this room, sconces on the other remaining 4 walls illuminate the rest of the room, casting it into a sort of eerie and claustrophobic yellow light. The room is dusty, but also obviously disturbed. You can see the dust has been worn away in front of each of the walls that have the 5 squares on them, as well as around the center podium.
By whoever came in here.
By whoever came in here recently. There's also no sign of anyone currently in here. So, deductive reasoning says that there's probably a way out of this room.
So in the center is the bird bath with the sand.
And a stone quill. And then
Is that
there,
just standing like straight up or just like sitting down?
think of it as like sitting next to a piece of paper. Except instead of it being a piece of paper, it's a bowl of sand. It very much was presented like someone is supposed to write in it.
Are we gonna be fucked because none of us know how to do that stupid ink thing?
Might be.
You guys can roll
I'm
insight checks if you would like a hint in how this works. You guys can also just experiment and try things.
gonna pick up the stupid stone feather. I'm sorry for saying stupid. I'm in my character's
No,
vibe.
no,
I'm
go for it.
enjoying this.
You go for it. I'm
It's like, fuck, puzzles, don't we have shit to do? Yeah, it's just gonna like huff and pick it up and go, oh, abracadabra. See if anything happens.
You wave around the stone feather and nothing happens. It feels like you're holding a little, like something you could buy from a gift shop, right? Like a little stone thing. Doesn't seem special at all.
Gonna hold it up to the sand, like as if to see if it'll write.
You hold it over the
Magnetic
sand
needle?
again. Nothing special. Do you actually write in the sand with it?
Yeah. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
They're just gonna write, they're gonna sign syntax in their stupid handwriting. It's very flourishy.
You start writing, and as you write your first letter, the S starts carving itself into each of the 4 walls in the first of the 5 squares. Then the Y, then the N, then the T, then the A,
And there's no more room.
and
is
then
there?
you can't seem to write anymore.
I know what this is. Gonna put the syntax and be like, and put this feather down and see what happens.
Where do you put the feather? There's the little divot
Back
that you
in
can
its spot. Yeah.
back in its
little
spot.
divot. Mhm.
The walls flash with red energy. And the words dissipate.
So it flashed
Okay.
red because we got it wrong.
Red is. Can I? Never mind. Yeah. Red is. Yeah. That makes sense. Red
it's
is a bad color, I guess.
it seems almost again, how about roll an insight for me? If you guys want any
No,
hint
I
to
know.
this.
I know what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I think I also mentioned to you what I
You
kind of was
did,
doing.
And I was like, oh yeah.
And I'm like, I'm kind of proud that I'm doing it, but I'm also like, I'm a problem. Okay, Karathana. The red flash didn't necessarily seem like you did it wrong, so much as whatever you put in was invalid.
Mhm.
It did not fit in 5 letters.
So this is a writing thing. We need to figure out the password.
I think we need a 5-letter word.
Oh gosh, do you all know how to spell? No, I'm joking. Of course we do. We all write essays and things.
Quill is a 5-letter word.
That's true.
Quill. Oh. Do we know how many did anything else change in the room? Like we lost an option? Or some
No. No.
Hmm.
But with that
So less
idea in
sand.
mind and a 21 insight from Carathana, you do notice opposite each of the walls with the 5 squares on the pedestal itself are 6 boxes.
Hmm.
With insight, perhaps you only have 6 chances to get each wall correct.
I don't want to guess Quill, because Q is such a stupid letter. Syntax looks like Quintilius.
Quintilius will look at you and be like, at least I didn't try to put in my name in a space that doesn't fit it.
Yeah, it seems a bit on the nose as well.
I like here, let's start writing some letters. I'm going to use general chat because I need to use paper.
And I will say, at this point, I think all of you kind of understand what this puzzle is.
Yeah.
So, I am going to show
I guess such a stupid letter.
on
I had
our
Ys and
stream.
Xs.
Congratulations, guys, we're doing a Wordle. But we're doing 4 of them at the same time.
My God!
And
Oh, shit.
every guess works for all of them. So you have so
Ooh.
every guess is going to go into all 4 at the same time.
So none of them had an S, a Y. I've never done
You
a
didn't
Wordle.
submit. So again,
Oh, I
it
didn't?
has no you did, sorry, but it wasn't
Oh,
a
okay.
word. It has to be a real word. Syntax was not a word.
So that didn't work.
No, it did not.
Ah. Syntax.
Now, again, this is a glorified thing. I couldn't find any way to make 4 wordles at the same time and actually input it all. So when you come up with a word, let me have time to type it in each 4, and then I'll hit enter and you'll see. But so glorified. I was very proud of this, but the execution is a little lacking, but I'm still happy. So we're just going to go with it.
What is Dean Ambrose? DMBRO. Oh, fuck. I don't think that's enough letters.
ENBRO. No.
I think the name of
What-
his kids
what is
are too long.
Oh, he would never name them after his kids. He hates them. Nora?
Oh.
That'd be really sad if it was Nora. Actually, that would be sweet, but it's not going to be.
Quintilius will look at you all. I mean, why not just think about the college itself, right?
That's what we're doing.
You're thinking about the dean, dipshit. College. He folds his arms and just stares at you like he's come up with some brilliant thing. Though you'll notice he has not given any insight.
Yeah, exactly. I was.
And I will say he won't give any insight. If you guys make certain rolls or anything to figure it out, or if you need a hint, he will be my mode to deliver a hint. Otherwise, you guys got to figure this out.
I know, I thought words as well.
I mean,
You
would
like
it
words?
be?
You can try words.
I like
Again,
that.
you have chances, and how Wordle works, or you don't know how this works.
Yeah.
But you can bet you'll be able to tell if something does or doesn't have it in it.
Charm. Words. I don't know. I'm trying to think of silver quill things, and all I can imagine is Rubina's stupid fucking face, and it's not helping.
Hmm.
I mean, Quill might be a good
Quill.
good one to
It just
try,
has
maybe.
Q's and U. I like. We can try Quill, I guess. Inked. We're all just we're all using a fucking piece of paper because I'm sure one of us
Yeah,
has
you
an
guys are
accent on it.
students. You have papers. I'm just typing it in here so that you guys see one of the ones that you guys were contemplating.
Does anyone like any of these?
Hold on.
Words. I like charm just because it has a couple main letters like A and R.
We could try charm.
M. Charm. I'll write it out. Ooh, magic is good. Ooh, fuck that. Let's do magic.
It has 2 vowels.
Do you want to do
Yes.
magic?
Magic. Yeah, I mean, I'm writing it.
Okay. You watch as it carves its way into all the walls. Do you slot the pin into place?
I will wait until it carves its way slowly on all of them.
Okay, they're all carved.
Slot it in.
Okay. Looks like there was nothing correct on one wall. 2 things correct but in the wrong place on another wall. 1 thing correct but in the wrong place on another wall. And 1 thing correct and another thing in the wrong place on one wall. Again, watching the stream is probably your easiest way to see this,
Yeah, I was
players.
just gonna say I'm watching it on the stream slowly, actually.
Same.
Let me
Maybe a little
see.
bit more.
I may actually
fine.
be able to stream this in a better way for my players as well.
Fuck, how are we gonna do this?
But to do that, I have to switch us over to the stream that doesn't show our players' faces. But I think that's kind of important for our players to see this a little better. So let me do that real quick. Okay, let's switch to this one. Okay, and then...
Oh, it's gone.
There we go. Sorry about this, everyone. So now we have this on stream for everyone to see. And then for my players, I'm going to actually share my screen so that you can see it. Okay, so my players can see it through me, and the stream can see it on stream.
Oh shit, but I can't type things now.
No, you...
This is actually worse.
You can pop out the stream. So you can pop it out and go to a different channel. This also helps me because I can actually monitor what you guys are typing. Okay.
So green is correct.
So
and
green means it's in the
yellow
correct
is-
place and the correct letter. Yellow means it's in the word, but not in the correct place.
Okay.
Some of these words are really hard. I'm just being honest.
How dare you?
Okay.
We
I'd
need to
hoped.
guess more words with vowels.
Or common consonants, whatever you choose.
Who said that, Mavinda?
Fuck, you're right. Okay, nothing happened.
That was too useful for it to have been from Quintilius.
Right?
The G doesn't help yet. I think we just need to throw in one more good word.
Yeah,
that
keep
doesn't
in
have
mind
any
it
of
goes
these
to
in.
all of them. So
Yeah.
solving one is
Yeah,
great,
we're
but
fucked. It's not. Oh shit.
Dude,
What
should
other
we-
words? Magic words. Words is a good one because it doesn't have any of them. Any of the letters we've guessed. Words. But
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
does everyone
this
like
is a
that?
college all about
O, R, D,
words.
S, and W?
I think that's, yeah.
It's not going to
Mhm.
be. Ooh, the problem with that is it's definitely not going to be 3 of them, because 2 have an A, one has an A, one has an
Oh.
I, and a C. So that's actually not
That's
great.
true. Let's maybe try to think of words that have
You know what? Maybe it is good to do
I.
word. I don't know. It's not charm.
It might be good to get a good variety of letters for another one, just to
Then
see what
words
there
is
is.
a good one. I'm fine with that.
also
Yeah.
I will say, out of character, I had originally planned on giving you 9 guesses for this. So,
We'll see what happens.
yeah. So just know that, like, it's only showing 6, but the original intent was 9, because there is a form of Wordle called Quirtle that has that functions like this and gives you 9 guesses. So, again,
Sandy.
the goal, I'm not gonna... there's 9 guesses, but try to get it in 6, just because I don't know what'll happen once we pass it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Silver Queen. I'm fine with words. Did you want to try that, Evie?
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
So chat
Since
is
that's
missing...
beforehand.
some of the amazing options here, like Sandy. I do love that one. Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry. Are you
that didn't
carving in
work at all.
words?
I put a little bit. I passed it to Evie, so
Guy,
Okay.
I put actual like the little spaces on the ground, like 5 of these.
Oh,
in
the
a row, and
underscores?
apparently, it didn't work.
yeah, you might have to
I'm doing the
underscore
same thing on my
space
notes.
underscore space.
Yeah, I did space.
Wow. Do
Yeah.
dashes
it's a
maybe?
bitch. Yeah.
Okay.
it's
You mind if
still shit.
I?
Yes, please, you do you.
Oh, that doesn't. Yeah. Why does it do that? What?
Oh God, that's terrible.
I'm sorry. So I wish chat could see just how terrible that
shit we
is.
are at this.
So again, if you just joined
It's
us,
fine, we can all
our
see it.
players are currently in a magical room where 4 of the walls have these
We learned
spaces
we're all
for
too shit
words,
for college.
and they're carving in possible solutions to this in a central dais. Yes, it is Wordle. Yes, I am creative. Thank
mean,
you.
See, I'm gonna. Yeah.
It works
It's not
so well
immersion
for
breaking
Silver
at
Quill.
all for me. I
It
was gonna
works
say this is great.
so well for Silver Quill.
I'm
So
stressed as fuck.
okay, cool. I know I almost put like a timer to this, but I was like, I don't hate
Oh
my
my
players.
God, dude.
Like if I
Why?
started flooding the
Terrible.
room, but I
It's
was
already
like,
gonna be hard to do.
no,
like
exactly.
this.
I don't hate my players. That's what I said by almost. Okay, do you want to submit words?
You do.
You do?
Let's give it a shot.
Okay.
And
What?
then we could take our time. Ooh.
Okay,
It doesn't
well
like
that
it because it's an S.
no. This is just a stupid version of this that won't let you submit without a G there.
What?
That's infuriating. Oh, I am so mad at life. Hold on a moment.
That's oh shit.
Bruh.
Because
Okay.
that means we can't
broke
enter
your
each
puzzle.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm devastated. Oh no, any revealed hard mode. No hard mode. That should do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Hooray.
Um,
I like to think this is happening in a real thing. The door's like, try again with a G.
there. Got it. Okay.
Words. Oh fuck, that one
Oh,
sucked.
logic? Maybe logic?
Ooh, but the I isn't in that one.
You got a D in
Logic
one of
is
them.
Great. Ooh, there's a D.
Let me switch off hard mode.
In the first one, it says there's an I in it, right?
Yeah, but not where it is. LOGIC. The IC would also be green. We're just gonna assume we
Oh,
know how to
that's
play this
great.
shit. Apparently, they have it in the
we'll
fucking
say.
Strixhaven star. or
Well, they are
something.
illuminating and like staying on the wall. We'll say, right?
Ugh.
So like they're dancing around as if they're like want to go into the slots. The yellow ones are like dancing around, and the green one is staying in its slot. That was helpful though. You got 2 with a definite O, which already makes guesses a lot easier. You know a W and an R is in one of them. You got the only one that it didn't really help you with is the first one. But arguably it did because you know none of those are in it. The first one's really hard, guys.
Okay, good. I'm not gonna look at that one then. Mage, no. We already did A and M's. M's in none of them. That's crazy.
Again, you can always roll checks as your characters.
Fuck it,
Because
I'm doing this legit.
yeah, I was just gonna say it's always an option because I never want you to feel trapped in a situation because you quote aren't as smart as your character or whatever else, right? Same reason why we have social roles if you don't want to actually role play confronting a character, right?
Oh, actually, okay. This is actually a little easier now that I'm seeing it, because now you're right. The third and fourth, we know 3 of the 4. We know 3 of the 5 letters.
Yeah.
We can do this.
And you know that O is in the same place for both of them.
Okay. So, do we want to try to just focus on, let's say, those bottom 2, and then just get lucky from there? Actually, the second one we have 3 of the letters as well.
Mm.
I think that we can do this now. So now we
I
know
think
none of them are quill.
one of them is stoic. Maybe? No, because the O is...
No,
No.
none of them are
Wrong
stoic.
place.
That's a good word. That sounds like a pompous
Mm.
word.
It does.
Stoic.
Hmm. Could,
Ooh.
I wonder, could the first one be light? Because it has a G and an I.
Light. Oh, because it's light and darkness. You're right. I think it totally is light. Oh, shit. Are we going to try that? Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? It only gave us
Do
more
you submit it?
choices. Well, here's the thing. We're actually fucked, because if it's not light, we don't have enough time to answer for all the other
You do.
ones.
Again, you have 9. Remember?
Oh,
it
okay,
just
we're
doesn't
doing
have
9.
Yeah. It
I
just
was
doesn't
like, dude,
have
Emerson,
9.
we have to get it
No.
right on this third
No.
one then.
You have 9, but I will say it'll start getting a little confusing for the last 3 because we won't be entering it, because I know once we enter that last one, if it's wrong, it will tell you the solution. So we're going to have to do the last 3 if you don't get them in here kind of on paper.
You'll have to
Okay.
screenshot it or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, hit it. I bet you're right, Evie.
Let's start with the bottom. Oh my god, did I not turn off hard mode? I did not turn off hard mode.
Syntax never turns off hard mode.
I hate that. I actually hate that.
But I
I
said
hate
that
that
in
so
character.
much.
My
Fucking
Refer to
third
himself
person
as-
and everything.
So I will point out, this one's helpful. You found out the I is not in that. Oh, well, yeah, actually you already knew there was an O there,
We'll
so never
figure it
mind.
out. Oh, there's an H.
Hey! Yeah! Whoa!
So apparently confetti, I guess, falls from one wall. No. Okay.
Ooh.
One whole wall begins to glow with an eerie purple light as you have finished that
Ooh,
wall.
Purple.
Oh, sorry, blue.
Ah, blue.
But it has like a slight purple undertone is a good way to think of it.
The second word
That's
might be shade.
Yes.
Yeah.
S-H-A-D. Yes.
You'll notice as you're writing, the one that is complete does not have things entering anymore.
Okay.
Mm.
Good job, Evie.
Yeah.
Do you want to submit this?
Yes. Ah, fuck. Ooh, we've got this. Oh,
Yeah.
The second wall
Go.
illuminates with the bluish purple light. Purplish blue light. The blue, the creepy dark blue.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, we could probably do that last one. I'm just. Okay.
Novice?
Mm,
Voice.
choice.
The I would have... No, yeah. Wait.
Let me know if there's
Too
any you
many
want me to
letters.
type in so you can see it in place.
W-O-R.
Can you put voice? Don't submit it, but voice in the third one just to see it.
Voice. I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't voice, but let's wait.
Yeah,
Yeah.
voice would work.
I'm looking at the last one because we have 4 out of 5 letters for that last one.
So...
I think the last one almost has the words for like power, almost.
P-O-W-E-R. Voice and power. I'm fine with is P-W. Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Aw, Evie, all that time in the library.
Would you like to submit either voice or power?
Are we more confident with voice or?
I think I'm more. I think they're both right. I think you got them both.
Yeah, we should try
Alright.
them both.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll enter power here. We'll enter power here.
Yeah.
The third
Yeah.
wall illuminates.
Go.
E-O-I-C. And we got it because the green, the E is now yellow. Yes. Fuck you, Silver Quill.
Dude, you actually got it in
Yeah.
6 guesses. So no, you never had 9 guesses. You got it in 6.
Oh,
Okay.
this is
Let's
impressive.
go.
No,
because
that's
you
really impressive. Good job,
have to
guys.
get it on the third one
Yeah,
to get them
Yeah.
all right.
good job.
Woo.
I'm very proud of you guys.
Ooh.
I
Um,
think
Teamwork.
some of our players deserve inspiration. for
yeah,
getting that
okay.
shit right.
So,
I didn't get shit right, but I had fun.
Evie, do you have inspiration? Deja, do you have inspiration? I don't know why one of you had a character name and one didn't, but
I
I
think
didn't
so.
Notice.
Yeah.
okay, cool. So then in that case, you just get my eternal praise. We are back to being able to see our players. And as you watch the 4 walls, the one that says power shifts and fades as if the wall itself is blinking out of existence. It's not sliding into the ground. It's not doing anything like that. No, it's becoming this ethereal stone. And sure enough, as you walk up to it, it's still kind of there, but it's almost like an image projected onto a wall of smoke. You can push your hand through it, and it seems very ethereal. Do you walk on through? There is more of this glowing blue light on the inside.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
no
Let's go.
point staying here.
Let's do it.
As you
Oh,
walk,
Syntax is gonna be like, they're gonna do something stupid while no one's paying attention because they don't know if it's gonna work. They're just gonna because I can't figure out how to fucking change my armor. I guess it's gonna stay on Big Punchy Glove. Not that Syntax doesn't know. Trent legitimately cannot figure out how to use Artificer because infusions and this armor is fucking the bane of my life. It's just gonna do this Syntax would never let anyone see them do this, but it's gonna almost do the Shrek / Donkey Kong punch the 2 glove hands together, and there's this slight glowing energy, and they have 3 temporary HP.
I love that. I love that so much.
They have what's the word for it? I'll look for the word and I'll type it in. It's like spectral shield or some shit. Power armor. Okay, and then they'll follow. Because fuck it. That's 3 more health.
Okay. Sorry, I was looking at something. You head down this
Defensive shield. Go on.
you head down this roughly hewn hallway, and there seems to be almost veins of this glowing blue light, almost like a mineral running through the walls. It has a bluish purplish hue to it, and if anyone would like to roll an Arcana check and kind of figure out it, you are more than welcome. Though that is not necessary. Or maybe it is, we don't know, but in other words, you can roll an Arcana check if you want. We have a 19.
Go
Who?
with that.
Yeah.
Go
so
with the 19, not
and
the
Nim
8
is an
that I
8.
rolled.
So Nim pokes it, and then
Pretty
your
cool.
hand kind of goes numb, like if you stuck your finger in an electrical socket kind of thing. So like you get
Oh,
a shock, and you're
God.
just like your finger's kind of twitching, and you're just gonna pretend like you're not, like that didn't happen.
Yeah, me just
Yeah, like
No
that
one saw
wasn't
that.
cool at all. So you're just gonna act like it didn't
did
happen.
not happen.
Yeah. And Meanwhile, Evelina, just on a roll with your studies, you recognize it. It seems like the same kind of magic that's in the snarl in the library. That big writhing ball of just tangled ley line energy that's in the center of the library. That had that like pool of magic that you guys in your first session reached into to grab healing potions during your fun like icebreaker games. But yeah, it's definitely that same type of magic, except in this case, it's infused into the actual building itself. Like harnessed into the magical walls, and you get a feeling that with a 19 it's not a feeling, you know that this magic is limiting the ability to kind of move in and out of this space, except for the way you came in. So while this is technically quote under Silverquill, you're not going to be able to dig into it. You're not going to be able to do anything other than go in the proper way. Think of it as almost a magical ward, much like how the Quandrix makes its compartmentalized dimensions. This isn't a dimension, but it is effectively a barrier just as strong. In other words, the only way out is going to be the way you came in. Okay. Another thing that's a little unnerving is that as you're watching it, it seems to be pulsing almost as if at a regular time. Almost like the flow of energy in it is breathing in and out.
Organic. Yeah.
It does feel very organic. Despite the way that it kind of crawls through the walls is very electric in its appearance. The kind of ebb and flow of its energy, not necessarily even its light, but just its true arcane energy, has a breath to it.
I had a terrifying thought that if this connects maybe a lot of the magic along the whole school, this probably isn't a very good place for somebody who doesn't like the school to be.
Underneath it?
Just here with this blue magical energy, it might be taking us to a stronger source. They might be trying to rip it out, break it, take it. I think that might be what they're here for. I don't know.
Do you think it's the
Maybe
auric?
putting the... Yes, of course. I think we know it's the auric. Maybe they're going to put black balm onto this. It's alive, remember? That's not going to be good.
Do you think it could be powering, like, the whole school?
I think that if black balm got onto it, it would be an issue. Syntax is going to walk a little faster.
As you walk, the bluish colors begin to kind of shift. You see some veins that are a deeper purple. You see others that are a lighter color. And you're walking for a good 5 minutes at this point. It's a long trek. You notice that it feels like you're kind of walking horizontally, like you're not going down. But whenever you turn around and look backwards, the hallway is slanted at an angle that seems almost unnaturally steep. It's this very unnerving, like the space, like for you, you're moving horizontal. It's kind of this weird compressed space, but the path behind you shows that you really are digging deep into the earth. Regardless, this whole thing is it's strange on the senses.
Does it feel like it's moving for us and taking us down
Kind
as we
of,
walk
yeah.
In like a weird elevator, like
Yeah,
Egyptian tomb thing?
That's a good way to think of it. Yeah. So like your area is, so if you looked like far ahead of you, it curves down. But as you're walking, it's like rolling up to meet you, right?
That's gross.
Yeah. It's very strange. But what was that? Sorry.
He said pulling us in, but looking
Yeah.
a lot harder to get back out.
Yeah. It does have this very organic feeling. The further down you get, the more it goes that way. This blue light that pulses, and then you see this these green veins that also pulse, but at a slightly different rate, more of a badump of a heartbeat almost. Whereas the other was like an inhale and exhale. Then you have all of these other colors that start spiraling in. Reds, blues, greens, indigos, violets, until you're walking through effectively a geode of just iridescent veins of rainbow colors. All of which pulsing and flowing with their own unique rhythm, but all sort of connected, as if you're walking through one being. Eventually, you open up in a room. This room, your pathway, sorry, I'm trying to get the artwork to be good looking.
Oh, good. I'll talk then.
Yeah.
Do you guys think this is all the different schools? The green could be Witherbloom or maybe Quandrix, but it started one color when we were closer to Silverquill. We're probably heading towards the Snarl? Yes, in the Biblioplex? I'm not very good at cardinal direction.
Do you
Possibly
think we're
could
heading
be.
towards the center of campus then, underneath?
That's what I would think if all the colors are starting to meet there.
And this is all snarl, like power and energy in the wall, so it seems like that would make sense if we're going towards the middle.
Your pathway leads you into a large room. This room has a beam of light feeding into it that looks almost as if it's open to the outside world, but you know from how deep down you are that there's no way it can be. Let me move you all to that page. Let me also zoom us out on this one so that you can see it properly. The lights now take the form of crystals.
Ooh.
The veins having coalesced into these gems. Underneath the big spotlight, you see something moving. And sure enough, the path continues up over this pool of iridescent water, or what looks to be some liquid. It continues up on the left and off to underneath that opening. But there is some movement, something happening under that opening. Something big.
Okay. This is a huge room, like stadium
Huge
size?
room, stadium size.
Okay. Probably
Those crystals, for scale, this purple one on the left side that's closest to us, you see, you guys are probably about as tall as the main purple sort of flare down at the bottom. So, like from here to here.
It's like 50 feet tall.
That like this, they're between like 10 and 50 feet. The small ones, like I should say, the smallest ones are like EV height, and the largest ones could be a building.
Wow.
And then over at like way on the other side, we can hear movement.
Yeah, you can hear movement echoing through here, but it sounds more than just like a person moving around. It sounds like something big.
Something
moving.
actually fucking happened.
It doesn't sound violent, but it's like you know what your feet walking on dirt sounds like. It's not that. It's closer to, like a car driving on dirt, right? Like there's, you know how you can tell that there's weight to movement? It's that kind of feeling.
Do you think the snarl is above us?
Where that
Through that light?
large light?
I think maybe. It was quite bright in the biblioplex.
Can we see whatever it is that's like
Um,
shuffling around?
roll a perception check. You can also study the light more if you'd like to as well. It's a bit hard to make it out because your eyes have been so adjusted to darkness at this point.
Yeah. Are there any like carved paths, or is it just like good luck? You're in a cave.
There is a path. It's a little hard to see in the image. It's not very clear, but sort of up this way, over, and in. So there is a path. Are you seeing my pings when I do that on Roll20?
Yes.
Okay. So kind of up the left and over, kind of walking directly to kind of that orangish glow in the center of the map. It's very faint, but there's a slight orangish glow like right here.
Yeah.
That's kind of where you're heading. But there is a path. It is a worn path. Not well worn, but there is a path.
Mm.
Perhaps the path
I'm
was
gonna-
made and then the crystals grew. Yeah, sorry. You got a 19 on your perception. However, Deja got a 3 and Evelina got an 8. I'm not going to punish you for that. You get distracted by a glowing crystal. Like, it's really pretty. Like, yeah, I mean, I'd be distracted in here too. For the first time, Evelina doesn't pull through with this. She's also distracted, probably.
Dude.
She
But-
sees a pink one. It's like, who?
Nim
Yep.
is a bit more on guard with all of this, probably, than some of our other party members, considering you just had a nice conversation with someone before this. So all of the fun, cool stuff is probably just tempered a little bit for you. And you were investigating the movement, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You see
Fucking patron. Just hanging
a
out.
pair.
Oh my fucking god.
I'm trying to. Is there a way to like crop an image? Because I don't want to show you the full thing. You see.
You probably have to do it on.
I know, on my computer and then upload it, and that's just
Yeah,
so
you'd
much
have
more
to do
work
it,
than it's worth. So I'm just going to describe it.
Okay.
You see a pair of brilliantly glowing blue eyes looking back at you in a porcelain, almost mother of pearl, white face. This face is probably a good 4 feet across.
Fucking hate
What
that.
the fuck?
And what's probably
This is
most
actually a god. Okay, go on.
you know what? I'm gonna crop and send it to you because it's so good.
Oh.
Oh,
No, this is terrifying. Just hearing fucking moon face.
Yeah, so it is this kind of
What
moon
the
face. And what's probably also terrifying is the black, almost metallic-y, sinewy, long neck this face is attached to.
Fuck. No. Freaking
Ow! Nim doesn't need this right now.
Nim just
It
sees that while
watches
like
you.
crystal.
The only one looking at it.
And as it tilts its head,
Why do you let him do this?
strange shapes start rising and almost forming a floating crown-like structure around its head as it just looks at you and watches, as if patiently waiting for you to come to it.
Is that the light source or just the
It is
movement?
essentially right in front of that orangish area. Think of it as like right here, right behind these crystals.
Oh.
Like on the ground,
Can you
and then
ping
this
it one more
head
time?
pops up and
Oh,
you're
okay.
looking.
It's not like in the space just floating
No, it's
around
not
in the
there.
sky.
No, it's here.
Okay. Oh, this is so much
Blocking
worse
the
now.
path.
Fuck.
You know for a fact this is blocking the
Cool.
path.
While that's happening, Syntax is just gonna like touch a crystal, see what happens. Why not?
I love it.
Does anything happen?
Does anything happen? Roll
Shit.
roll an arcana check. A check.
Okay. Check. Roll a check. Am I good at those? Yeah. I'm a smart boy. Somehow. Oh, fuck yes. 22? 22.
22. As you touch
No.
this crystal, you watch as the color kind of dims and ripples out from your hand. And not just into this crystal, but the crystal next to it, and the crystal next to that, as this ripple just carries out as a wave of almost flickering light. It doesn't seem like you've damaged anything, but much like how a power surge may dim your lights in your home for a moment before they come back full force, this touch seems to have done that. And for the briefest moment, the bright, brilliant light from ahead fades just enough that you see where the light is coming from. Filling that entire space, larger than conceivably possible, is a massive column of brilliant silver. And as the light kind of reinvigorates these crystals, the silver begins to glow with this white light.
Okay.
So the head's
well,
just there.
The head
right?
is just watching very calmly. Let me...
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah,
done.
Nim's just gonna be like, hello, what's your name?
Oh my god, are you just talking straight to it?
Yeah.
It's far
Okay.
away, right?
It is far
It's
away.
like hundreds of feet away.
It's, I'd say probably about 150 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll yell it then.
Okay. So let me
You're
pull.
gonna yell that? Oh, fuck.
Hey! Okay.
What's your name?
This is what you see.
Hang on.
Oh my
Don't be
god.
bad.
Um,
Oh, so shit.
Oh.
What
So-
the fuck?
you see the weird floating projectile, or not projectile, floating carved things around it sort of shift,
Oh,
like a cat's ears may shift.
that's way better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
I thought
Keep
it was
in
like
mind-
creepy smiley moon face
No,
thing.
no, it has no
Me
bottom
too.
jaw. It looks at you and it tilts its head. And then it climbs onto its feet. Onto all four of its feet.
No.
Oh.
And then it unfurls its wings as it gazes
Jeez.
down at you.
Nim, shut the fuck up.
It's a sphinx, but unlike any sphinx you have ever seen.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck.
Then what have you done?
Ooh. Ooh.
Answer my riddles 3 and you can pass.
Fine, bring it on. We just solved like 4.
Nim's gonna look at Syntax like, we should shut up now.
I'm just gonna start walking forward.
It stands there very elegantly, but its weird resonating voice is quite unsettling.
Nim's had enough of this shit. It's taking years off
Come
of his
on.
life.
Oh.
Tell me, children, what can bring back the dead? Make you cry? Make you laugh? Make you young? Is born in an instant, yet lasts a lifetime.
What's your name?
It just looks at you, not
That's
giving
not my
an
answer,
answer.
by the way.
it just looks at you as if it, oh shoot, I clicked off of the thing forgetting that I'm streaming on that. Never mind. I was gonna post the riddle text so that everyone could see it.
Oh,
What I'm
that'd be
gonna do
nice.
instead is I'm gonna post the riddle text in our chat.
Hello, Alexa. I'm making bad
Hi,
choices.
Alexa.
They're not even in character choices necessarily.
Alexa, you missed them playing Wordle, and then now they are having to answer riddles from a terrifying sphinx in a cavern full of crystals with a big silver wall.
Yeah, this just became not school. It's great.
So here is our
We
first
find out how
riddle.
useful.
What can bring back the dead, make you cry, make you laugh, make you young, is born in an instant, yet lasts a lifetime?
Syntax is just gonna put a hand, like a finger up to the Sphinx, like a very delicate little armored finger up, and like turn to the group and do like the huddle.
Oh my god. Yeah, sticks
Okay.
headed.
This is gonna be one of those dumb, like, it's not a real thing. It'll be like love.
Like an idea.
Yeah. It'll be like thought. Or something stupid like that. And it's silver will, maybe? I can bring back the dead. Yeah. I was born in this last life. Yeah, oh.
Is it it's not life itself. That doesn't make any sense.
I can bring love. Love. It might be love. Oh my god, I'm gonna be mad if it's the love.
Oh,
How
I
does that
think it
bring
might
back
be
the
love.
dead?
Figuratively.
Yeah. Make you young, love, life, laugh, no.
It doesn't always last a lifetime. Like,
Oh, it's also not born in. It's gonna be something dumb like that, though, isn't it?
I think you're
I mean,
right.
it could be born in an instant, like love at first sight.
Yeah, and lasts a lifetime. I think it might be fucking love. Is it gonna be time?
Love doesn't always last a lifetime, though. I suppose it depends.
The Sphinx stands and starts to circle you all,
Ah,
much
Oh.
like a cat circling its prey. It's merely
How-
watching, but as it walks by you, you can tell that this thing is a good 25, 30 feet tall.
Pass?
Memory?
Oh, ooh.
It looks, its head
Oh.
snaps to Kaerthana at a speed that
Oh.
seems physically impossible for it to move its head. Like no living thing should be able to move that fast. And in the blink of an eye, its face is a mere foot from Kaerthana.
Oh.
Its long neck extended a good 15 feet from where it was once standing.
Correct.
You don't get
Memory.
much people's. Ugh. I'm gonna remember this forever.
It pulls back its head with a sort of sinewy grinding sound. Deja was about to take a bite of food and then she didn't. That's a victory on my part. It turns and gazes up at the brilliant silver light, though the actual silver pillar can't be seen now.
Amongst two sisters, the first one gives birth to the other, and she further gives birth to the first. Who are they?
Can we get the text in chat?
Yes.
please? Can you use it in the
Oh, dang it. I almost posted the same one as before. Let me copy that and not post the same one as before. Amongst two sisters, the first one gives birth to the other, and she further gives birth to the first. Who are they?
Is it not just gonna be life and death? It's
Like,
the
yeah,
second
life
thing.
and death, or like Mother Nature and death or something?
Ooh. Sure.
You watch
further
as it
goes-
retracts its
Oh, they're
claws
sisters.
in
The
and
answer is
out.
that they're sisters. That's who they are.
What does it do?
It's just sort of
Yeah.
like a cat where it's like stretching its claws, you know? It's just retracts and brings back in its claws very casually. Each claw is about as long as Evie.
You. Aw.
Oh, this is
Flashbacks
more to a
to
cat
Easy
and a bird. That's
It definitely... It both has the feeling of a predator, but also of something that is absolutely not like life as you know it.
What do we say? Life and death. Like day and night.
Its face zooms into Kaerthana again, incredibly
fucking
close
kidding me.
this time. And then it takes a deep inhale.
Oh, you got it wrong.
Correct. Day and night. Two sisters that birth each other.
It then takes off, and the force of the blast of wind is enough to throw you to the ground.
Fuck.
Falls
It
down.
circles, falls down
Aw.
into river, impaled on crystal, make a new character. You were too good.
No.
Okay, no. It then lands directly over the opening that it seems to be guarding.
I have one more riddle for you. But first, a simple question. What do you seek beyond my watch?
Somebody came here before us to do probably harm to the school, and we want to make sure to stop them. As well as make sure they're not hurting any of our friends.
It looks at you, and again, its face is impassive. Nothing changes. It's not like its mouth has moved when it has spoken or anything of the such. If it seems to care at all about what you said, it does not show any sign. And then it sits on its haunches, as regal as you've ever seen it sit. Its whip-like tail swishing behind it.
Some try to hide, some try to cheat. But time will show we always will meet. Try as you might, guess my name.
Death?
It lowers its head in a nod to you.
You all may pass.
Syntax winks at it.
It continues to watch you all as you walk. A constant vigil.
You asked us a question. Do we not get a question from you?
It doesn't register that statement, but that doesn't mean, I mean, it hasn't really registered much of anything. It's still watching your group intently.
Fine. Continue on.
Syntax didn't try to ask a question? I'm impressed.
I know, it's gotta keep things interesting.
Yeah,
I had so many
you gotta
questions
keep me
to
on
ask.
my toes, man. I thought you were gonna ask questions. Ugh.
Yep.
The one time I think I know what Syntax is gonna do. You walk through this opening, and its head snakes down and follows as you walk in. As soon as you're a good, 10 feet, 20 feet down this hallway, you hear its neck slither back as it retreats and goes back into its room. You hear the grinding, shifting sound of it nesting somewhere. But,
Vinda owes us so fucking big for this.
yeah. Congratulations, guys. You made it past the Sphinx. So
Deja.
I know, both
Yeah,
Deja.
Deja's
Way to go,
killing it.
Deja.
What the fuck?
That was great. I love me some good Sphinx riddles. So I didn't go super easy on you. Like sometimes you got to give your players the like.
It was the right amount.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good job. I'm going to post that last riddle just so that it is here for posterity's sake. But you got it right away.
Fuck, I got that one because it was fucking relevant to my character.
Yeah,
I was like,
I totally get that.
that wasn't all in character. I was like, oh shit.
No, that was some good shit. Also, I've been holding onto that Sphinx artwork because it's the fucking coolest shit ever.
So sick.
It's so creepy. As you walk down this hallway, the path becomes more and more roughly hewn. And eventually, the colors give way to deep purples. No longer this cacophony of various bright neon greens, pinks, yellows. Now just a deep and ominous purple. You find yourselves eventually you feel the pulsing wind of a large open space ahead of you. The purple in the walls is starting to fade. Those veins that have been so present for the last 20 minutes that you guys have been venturing down here is now no more. Sorry, you haven't been walking this one route for 20 minutes. I meant like the whole thing. I'm going to move you guys to a new map.
Ooh.
Right now, only the very bottom of this map is visible. We will take a break, though, because I do have to actually set up this map. Because remember when I was like, you guys aren't going to get far at all. Yeah, you're much
so
further.
Smart.
You're a lot further than I thought you would be. So I do need to take a break to properly set up this map. So we are going to take like a 15-minute break probably just because I got to throw stuff together. But we will be back right after that with some exciting things. English is hard. See you later. We're not doing stream ending. We are doing be right back. See you later. As I click just the wrong thing and end it.
just stall as you get to the
Hey,
good
welcome back. So sorry for how long that took. I didn't expect our players to actually get this far. So I had this whole combat and all of that mapped out, just not literally built out. So I had to translate it from paper to virtual tabletops. So thank you guys for being patient. We can, if it's okay with our players, maybe run a little bit late. We will see. But we are back. We are ready to rumble. And here we go. So where we last left off, our group just made it past a Sphinx from Hell. And
A what, Emerson?
a Sphinx... I don't know. Why don't... Trent, what is it called again?
No! It's called I can't say it. It's called a Sphinx.
Yeah. Trent mispronounced it, and we're never going to let him live it down, because it was amazing, guys. So, you guys got past that. You know, or at least you think, other people have gone this way. A lot of the kind of glowing... yeah, he called it a Sphinx. Was that it?
Sphinx, yeah.
Um...
We were making some other fucking queer jokes as well, so it was right on the nose. It was
Yeah,
really
it
stupid.
It was great. It was awesome. Yeah. Yep. So we are now adventuring. This pathway, the glowing in the walls seems to have dissipated, but in its place, you see kind of a single crystal on the far wall. Radiating out with a purple glow. And the airflow that you were feeling earlier is very much so from this space as you approach and notice a massive chasm. Everyone can control their tokens, so do me a favor and do advance your characters as you see fit. As you get closer to this area,
Jelliest move.
you can see that there is a slight walkway to your right, but the actual space itself is a massive open cavern with a bridge stretching across it. I feel like I should make the grid lines a little bit darker so they're a little less in your face. Let me do that.
Is it still like magical glowing light?
It is magical glowing light from that crystal, but only really from that crystal. So I will say, those without dark vision, your vision peters out pretty quickly into that darkness. And those with dark vision, you can only really see as far as I revealed anyways, just because it's dark. Let's make that grid this color. They're a little bit darker for us. So, as you stand over this chasm, you do make out the faint, I'm all like accidentally revealing things. You do make out the faint glow of purple on the far side, but it's a little too far away to really make anything out. There's this path to your side, and there's this long bridge ahead of you. Roll a perception check for me. If you're trying to pay attention.
Earlier, no. Now, yes. Fuck.
19 for Nim.
Okay, well,
16
fuck all
for
of you
me.
guys.
Not me.
You hear the faint sound of voices, too far away to really make out. But there are definitely voices coming from across this chasm.
Okay.
In other words, you're pretty sure no one went to the right.
We're pretty sure no one went to the right.
At least you're
Or
not
the
hearing
left.
voices from the right, I should say. You're hearing
Yeah,
voices coming from this direction, not this direction.
Of course.
Okay.
We're not
Anyone
gonna
else
cross-
unsettled with this? Oh, shit. Sorry, go. I thought no one was going to talk, so I was breaking the ice.
I think we
Continue.
need to be quiet. Are there actually? I didn't roll high enough perception. We're not crossing that, are we? No, no. Evie can
Well,
fly.
there are voices coming from that way. I think we might have to.
Evie can fly.
Do you expect Evie to fly over there by herself?
And well, Evie can go first because if the bridge is bad, they're not gonna fall and die forever. I think that's a fair point.
And then is the cavern like high enough where the
Yes.
roof is?
So I will
Okay.
say the cavern appears to go off indefinitely upwards and downwards.
Oh, fuck.
Ew.
I could too if I could fly up higher to so they don't immediately see me if needed to.
I don't understand how flying works. I would think that you'd want to be on the bridge because if anyone saw a cute little fuzzy thing, they would just shoot you down and you'd fall down.
Oh, you're saying Evie should go first on the bridge in case she
Yeah, it
falls.
just snaps and then she can fly and then come back.
Okay,
Oh.
so not by yourself, Evie, just first.
Okay. I don't mind to do for that.
Do we care about going to the side? We could skip bridge altogether. Is there we can't see shit eventually going way, way up
All
there
you
anyways.
can see is what I've revealed. Anything past that, even with dark vision, you're not seeing more than that. Did the music
So, okay,
stop?
wait, we hear voices.
Yep.
It did. So we hear voices coming from the direction of where the bridge is leading, or
Yes,
from our
where
left?
the bridge is leading. The other direction, you do not hear anything.
Hmm.
With you guys rolled above a 20. The ground is pretty undisturbed going to the right. It does not look like anyone has gone to the right. Doesn't mean you can't, but it does not look like anyone has.
I don't want to get on the bridge.
Do we want to take a look and see what's on the right before deciding?
I think we're just wasting time if we do. I just don't want. We just have to be quiet because if they hear us and we are on bridge, I know what I would do if people I didn't want to catch up were on a bridge.
You think they damaged it? Like, but then how would they get back?
I think we've spent enough time talking about this. We have to bridge, yes? Unless anyone can make us all fly.
No, I think we need to bridge.
Fine. Fine, bridge.
Maybe one at a time? How sturdy does the bridge look?
That's why Evie first.
So a lot like the picture, it seems sturdy, but every once in a while there's a plank or a bit of a too wide of a gap. But it's not like Indiana Jones level bridge where it's like obviously walking on this it's gonna break. It definitely has been down here a long time. But
Okay.
there's also not really any weather to weather it, right? You also know, just based off of the sounds, that it sounds like it's probably supported at least one group of people crossing it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let's go, guys.
Okay.
Evie, do
Right.
you want to?
All right, we going?
Evie's going first. We believe in you.
All right, here here we go.
Okay.
Then we'll
I don't know how
follow.
fast to go, but
Here,
Yeah.
this song should work. It said the Dark Trilogy. That sounds cool, right? It'll just be some dude being like,
We're
"Ooh,
going
spooky."
at, like,
Yeah,
a
no, I
snail.
love this. You guys do also have control of the Quintilius one if you want to move him, but you don't have
Yeah.
to.
I think everyone tried to move him at the same time.
Hold on. Okay. So as you guys are advancing, It does feel eerily open. It really is unsettlingly. Oh, for a second I thought it was Jaws music playing, and I was like, we definitely don't have the rights to that. But no, I'm happy with it. Okay. It definitely does not feel safe, is a good way to put it. While the bridge is sturdy, it's not like creaking under you. It's not feeling like it's going to break, but it is so long that just any movement and the whole thing moves and sways back and forth. Like, you're pretty sure if this were out in the wild, there's no way it could have lasted, just because any amount of wind would have tangled this thing up and torn it. But again,
Let's just keep going. Keep moving.
there is nothing here.
I just don't know what to.
Yeah, you're good. Keep going. I will reveal more in a moment.
Okay. I just don't know how far you wanted me to go before like stopping and doing things. And...
Stop there for a moment. I forgot to get a single token, so I need to get that going. And then we should be good. But as you get there, Evie, do you have dark vision?
I have 120 feet of dark vision.
I hate that. Cool. Yeah, that's like the worst thing you could have said. I hate having that much dark vision. Like, I feel attacked by that much dark vision. Am I stalling mildly because I'm trying to make a token? Yes, but I do not like it.
How?
She may not perceive often, but when she perceives, she perceives.
Dang it, this isn't a good artwork for it, but we'll go for it. As you advance, let me officially measure 120 feet.
Syntax
I'm
is
gonna
like
do that for you, so you
fucking,
can.
holding on to Nim really.
Oh, fuck you. 120 is this whole space.
Oh my gosh.
Fuck you. Okay.
Listen, man.
God damn. Well, it
Emerson,
seemed...
you're gonna hate this. Guess who else has 120?
Yeah, I know. Shut up. Shut up. I will say that this space, it is very, like, oppressively dark. So you weren't really able to make out much until you got to the middle of the bridge. It was my intention to reveal at the middle of the bridge, but still, I'm just bitter.
We're not even at the middle.
No, you are. Evie's pretty much at the middle. So let me reveal where we are.
I'm terrified now. Oh boy.
I feel like we're like only a third of the way across the bridge or something.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
There.
Oh.
Okay.
You see the path stretches off in front of you, and there's also what appears to be a locked door to the side that no bridge directly connects to. There seems to be a conversation happening just out of view right here. But
Ping it again.
Sorry. Yeah, right up at the top. Hold on. Let me, I'm going to actually make a few things visible because they are kind of right here. You see a different looking auric than what you've seen before.
Mm-hmm.
This one, let me upload the image proper so that you can see it better. Instead of, because I've tried pulling up the little artwork before and it just doesn't really work very well. So let's see if I can get it here. This auric seems to be wearing similar outfit to what was worn by Aurora, but this one just exudes a level of power and authority that makes you think they're probably rather important.
Oh,
Oh.
look at that guy.
Standing next to them is a woman in what looks to be is first year robes, maybe silver quill. It's a little hard to tell, but they definitely look like
Not that many of those.
they definitely look like a student.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you their proper artwork first.
No.
Oh
Oh,
no.
no fucking way,
boy.
dude.
Oh
If
boy.
I can get it to show up. Hold on. I swear this was going great a moment ago. Oh wait, I don't need to do it that way. I'm stupid. A student.
Oh,
This artwork has been done by none other than Fandomite in the chat,
yeah.
Alexa. It's amazing and perfect.
Let's
And
go.
this is her, as we say, her Strixhaven. She created
Shut the
an
fuck
amazing
shit
NPC for us to use, and I'm incredibly excited to actually be able to use her.
You make an amazing punching bag?
Oh my god, you guys are the worst.
no.
So,
It's so pretty, the detail on the clothes.
isn't it? It's
On the
incredible.
arm.
Dude, there's
Mhm.
crazy lace work in there. You just gotta look close.
So she's talking to this Auric. You can't quite make out the words. But then there's also one other person leaning against the wall, against this sconce, seeming very done. This person is also not wearing a mask of any kind. And they look unlike anyone you've seen before.
Oh, fucking dope.
She has this weird
wow.
glow to her. This same kind of, almost similar to the crystals you walked by. She holds
Yeah,
also
fuck.
this lantern. And you notice even her hands seem to have these runes that glow, and scars on her face and neck. She also is dressed very much so, not like any student you've ever seen at Strixhaven. She seems to actually be dressed for rather colder climes.
Yeah. She's from Shavababa.
Yes, you guys would be able to recognize that she is most likely from Eiselheim.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know that there's stuff we can read about this place.
Deja, what? Yeah, yes, Eiselheim. You're right. Yeah, yeah, very on. A secondary Auric is standing guard at the bridge and
Look at me die.
seems to have
Yeah.
noticed that the bridge is moving, and
Uh-oh.
quite. If they weren't so intimidating, it might be funny. Because it's very clear that they're trying to get their superior's attention, but also doesn't want to get in trouble for like interrupting this conversation. But like the bridge is moving, and they're kind of like, the bridge, yeah. So, this one looks a lot like what you've seen before. The similar kind of Auric that. Well, like Aurora, though you know it can't be Aurora.
Traitor star.
Eventually, sorry, Trin.
I'm sorry.
It wasn't
I
even that
can't.
good, but it got me.
It wasn't.
I hate when it's the stupid things that you're like, this is fucking great.
Go.
So eventually they get the attention of their boss, and the boss looks out on the bridge, and with the boss So does everyone else look toward the bridge. The one leaning against the wall seems to just kind of acknowledge you guys with almost a raised eyebrow, but not any movement to their body proper.
Oh my god. So it's Evie. Small little Evie in front, and then Nim.
Yeah, just
And then
towering in the
hiding
darkness with
behind
glowing
Nim.
red eyes.
Oh my god. Okay, they're looking at us, right?
Yes, they are all looking at you. The Auric leader shoves this their other person to the side a little bit. More of like a gently like get out of my way. And then with a hand on the hip, they raise their hand and do a little like toodaloo wave at you all.
Nim will wave back. He'll just go, hello.
Their voice echoes back at you.
Hello! How are you? Happy you could join us.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine. What you doing down here?
What are you doing down here? We thought we got everyone over to Witherbloom. Oh, did that pesky
asked
little
you
Aurora? You did ask first. You're right. You did ask first. Come on off the bridge. It's a big fall if you fall. Just come along.
They step
Pushing
back.
forward.
All of them sort of step back. This one steps to the side of where that woman is leaning against the wall. Seems uncomfortable to be near that woman, and then moves over to stand by their boss as well. The woman against the wall has said nothing and is just kind of smirking at you all. But it's not a smirk of like sassiness. It's a smirk of almost disgust, like you're beneath her. A sneer. That's the term, a sneer.
A sneer. Pushing forward.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say Evie's gonna look back, be like looking back right at him, like, but I guess if everyone's pushing forward,
Yeah, well, he'll like, Evie, may I pick you up?
sure.
He'll pick Evie up and just kind of hold her like this, and then keep walking forward.
I love that. Do you guys cross all the way?
Fuck yeah, Syntax
Yeah,
is
we're
holding
going.
on
I
tight
guess
to
so.
Nim's belt.
Yeah, he'll have like one hand behind him, also like it's okay.
Yeah,
Doesn't-
Quintilius is absolutely in the back.
Yeah,
Mm.
for sure.
Absolutely. Like, he was super brave until right now. That's a lie. He was, like, shitting himself at the Sphinx, too. Like, he's not been having a good day. Do you want me to just move all of you guys instead
Yeah.
of this
We're
one by
going-
one? I
Yeah,
kind of
just
love
carry
the
on.
one by one, but yeah, here. There. Cool. We'll just have you all there. So even if you're technically, quote,
Great.
on the bridge, you're over land, so it's not that big of a deal.
All right.
Quintilius is absolutely going to stand right there behind Syntax. The student, Astrin, looks at you all and gives kind of a little bit of a sheepish grin. Not quite, but like sheepish implies shy. It's not a shy. She just looks at you all. Okay, so preface this. I said she wanted me to use an accent that I straight up just can't do. Like, I tried it. I tried to figure it out.
Then don't.
I can't do it. So I'm just going to do, like, an accent. That is gonna be a voice, but it's not what you wanted. I'm sorry, because I can't. I can't figure it out. I watched videos. No, it just didn't work.
Apologize.
It didn't work, and it's very upsetting to me.
Just do it and
I
don't
promise.
apologize, and that'll help with immersion.
Fuck, no, she was about to just be... Okay, whatever. I promise I am not with them. I promise you. I'm just, we have, similar interests right now. Just, I'm not wearing the creepy mask for a reason, you know?
So you're not with them, but you are.
She looks over at the Auric. The Auric kind of gives a shrug. She kind of gives a shrug, and then turns back and be like, you can call me representative of a. Looks back at the Auric. They both kind of like look at each other, squinting. And she's like, benefactor.
Funder, I think fund man, funder,
whatever
It's
the
like
proper term is. But
casual
yes.
foreplay.
Sure, let's go with that, but financial. So I just wanted to preface, because I don't want to be caught up in whatever
You're already caught up in it. You're here. Like, you're caught up in this. You're part... whatever.
I thought you would be scarier, and I'm surprised we're not dead yet.
I don't
Yes,
consider
spooky- no, not
myself a
you.
scary person.
No, the spooky one in the mask with the spooky voice.
Oh,
We'll get
yeah.
back to you in a bit, cutie.
She's like, mm-mm.
Oh, me? Yeah, well, here's the thing. I don't really see the point in trying to scare you or anything. You're well aware of our capabilities and my capabilities, of course, right? That's
That's
not
why
a...
we're not fighting.
Yeah, because you know that you wouldn't be walking out of here alive. So
Are
again,
you also a student here?
here's the thing. I'm not stupid enough to answer that question. I'm not the little
Well, it was
whelp.
worth a shot.
I mean, yes, I suppose. Though, if any Auric were dumb enough to answer that question outright, well, they wouldn't be an Auric for long now, would they? Speaking of, I think your friend Aurora might find herself a bit, well, at a loss for words, might be a good way to put it.
What did you do to her?
Oh, I suppose that actually makes it sound more extreme than it was. We erased the last couple of years or so, ever since her affiliation with us. So she's fine. We're not going to kill ones that that are our allies, but unfortunately she is compromised because, well, you all saw that, and we can't. Well, look, she
gestures at you all.
You're here. That's the problem. And that could have been avoided.
She puts kind of her hands on her hips, and it's obvious that this is a woman. Her armor is form-fitting enough that you can kind of tell that. The artwork kind of shows it. You know what I'm saying.
Look, the whole point of this, the whole point of making a big deal with the Eldritch Balm and all of that over at Witherbloom campus is so that this goes off without a hitch.
We figured it out.
We got that.
Yeah, so,
What is
How-
it that you're doing here?
Astrid raises
Go
a
on.
hand. So this one has more to do with me, actually. My benefactor, our benefactor, fund.
You're shit at this.
I'm okay. I would like to point out that I don't see you doing any better. So
We're
maybe
we got here on
let's.
our own. Fuck you.
Oh, okay,
Continue.
okay. A little hostile. Don't
This is
deserve
going
that.
great.
Second all, she, her eye kind of like lands on Nim and lingers a little bit longer than it probably.
He's still holding
normally would.
Evie, and he's just like,
Yeah, she'll
Really
point at you
excited
with like
you.
a small, very sharp dagger that she's holding, been kind of playing with for a while. It's not.
Nim will take out his hand axe if he's gonna go that
it's
way.
not intimidating. It's like if someone's like just talking and like just gestures with something.
Okay,
Like even though it's a knife, it doesn't come across as intimidating. She just kind of
Wolf.
gestures because it's in her hand, you know. you can put down the little birdie. Like, you're fine. She's not gonna go anywhere. Just
Evie, would you like me to keep holding you, or would you like me to put you down?
I mean, I'm good with either way.
whatever. You
Okay.
do your whatever that is. But look,
He will not move. He's just
one reason why I'm even working with them is that they got funding through my benefact, the person with whom I represent, and
Is
to kind of pay off the funding, they have to get a specific item for us, and I'm here to make sure they do that.
Ooh,
That's what this is about.
what is it?
Is it a snarl thing? Psh, a snarl thing. Is it? She turns to the Auric. Is it a snarl thing? Can you, these people? The Auric looks very unamused. Like they've been putting up with this for however long it took for them to get here.
You can
way.
walk and talk, by the way.
Oh no, we're not going to go any further until we figure out what we're going to do with you first. Don't worry about that. But yes, my friend, and I use that term in the loosest sense possible. My friend here is represents a very powerful individual, and like she so casually informed you, we are acquiring something for them as a means of thanking them for helping fund our little operation here.
If I may ask a question, and Nim will turn to the person in front of him with her mask and say, "What is your name?"
We all know
To
it's
the
developed.
student?
Yeah,
To the
to
one
the
in the mask. Oh.
Sorry, there are 3 people who have
Yeah.
masks. Astrid
Sorry.
has that mask
Everyone.
on her hip.
Yeah,
She's not
to
wearing
Yeah,
it
we're
right
talking
now.
to Ash.
Okay. Oh, the name's Astrid. Pleasure's all mine. Figured don't hide my name or face behind a mask because, I mean, where's the excitement in that? I'll pull.
Nim's face will go pale at that.
Oh, honey, you having circulation issues? You seem a little paler than usual, a bit greener than usual. Is that? No. Well, whatever.
Nim's not saying shit. He's just looking at her.
So, we were about to have, we were having a bit of a little heated conversation before you lot crossed this bridge. I'm thinking the thing that I'm looking for is over there. She points at the ledge to the side. They agree, but they want to get it after they're done with whatever weird anarchistic thing they're doing. And I'm telling them that's not what we agreed on. We get our thing first. So we go that way first, right? She looks at all of you like you guys are going to back her up in this argument.
Yes.
I mean,
I'm-
it's right there. Can't we just grab it?
Still your thing. We don't care.
What
about
is this
that.
we? I'm sorry. Why are you now a part of this? You?
I mean, no.
We're all here.
Nim's just like completely stumbling over his words. He's just gonna hold Evie a little closer and
Like
shut
a
his
stuffed
mouth.
animal!
I think there's a misconception. I don't think we're all necessarily not on the same side here. If it comes down to death or whatnot, I'm not going to choose that. So what are our options? Syntax is looking at the main boss lady. The main girl boss.
Before the Auric can speak, the woman who's been leaning against the wall this whole time, looking sort of uninterested, steps forward. And you know the moment she steps forward, the Auric almost flinches away. All of the sudden, it becomes very evident of the power dynamic here. You know, I'm not really enjoying this. I'm finding you lot a little bit annoying. A little bit, what's the word? Childish. Look, you're in no place to bargain. My associates, as dim-witted as they are, seem to be acting like there's an option here when there isn't. You're in our way. Simple as that. And loose ends aren't smart. So, I think it's time to tie some loose ends up, don't you?
Question really quick for clarification on something we can't necessarily see. Astrid mentioned a side path. Are they talking about the path we didn't take on the bridge?
No, they are talking
or past them up ahead.
So if you zoom out on the map a little bit, there's this ledge to the left.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So the one that is not connected to you guys, but has what appears to be a locked door blocking the path.
Fuck. Okay.
Up ahead of you, there's bright purple light in the distance, but that's about all you know.
Okay.
This woman keeps talking. So, I think it's pretty straightforward. You lot have to prove your loyalty and prove it fast. Or, well, she looks over at the Auric with kind of a annoyed look in her eyes. I was told we weren't killing anyone on this, so I have to keep my word. But let's just say I am damn good at making people wish they were dead. As you say this, you see what almost appears to be the edges of her shadow flickering and dancing, as if it's taking on different shapes. A claw here, a mouth here. You don't want to mess with the god, do you?
You're a god.
Roll either a history or an arcana check for me.
Religion check?
Religion! That works as well. History or religion. Let's not do arcana, but history or religion.
21 arcana.
17 history.
Okay. 16 religion. Cool. I'm going to give Nim different information because it was an arcana check, but it is still going to be helpful. This woman is suffused with the same kind of energy that honestly flows through the snarl and flows through all those crystals. This kind of, and even that like golden pillar. She's suffused with this type of magic. To the point that like, you have a feeling a lot of the pulsing heart rate feelings you've been feeling this whole time has been her effect on everything around her. So the heart rate, the breathing, all of that is her. It's not this location.
Great.
History, Evelina. Iselheim is known as the only place in Ilandara where gods still exist. And how gods exist in that setting, in that continent, is that there are these divine angels known as Valkyrie who come to those who have just died and effectively grant them divine power and a second life as an avatar of embodying something that Valkyrie represents. That Valkyrie gifts them divine power through the form of some object or weapon, and essentially melds with that individual until that individual dies. They can die again, but they are immortal as far as aging goes, and only die from grievous wounds, which are very hard to inflict because they heal very fast. Deja, a religion check. With a 16, where did you grow up again? You grew up in Ensara, correct? The kind of outskirts of the human country that's kind of relatively rural. Well, northern Ansara crosses with Iselheim, and you have heard tale of certain gods, specifically one god in particular. One that you do not want to fuck with. And one that, for all intents and purposes, is not a good god. Turgrid, the god of fright, who holds a lantern to ward off the fears of the people. Though many believe that the lantern truly is the source of fear. You have no doubt that this woman standing in front of you is Turgrid, the Iselheim god of fright.
God.
And again, a good way to think of a god in this case is it's a demigod, a human who died and has been gifted with divine power. But there's pretty much no one more powerful. They are a god for all intents and purposes. They are, think of like a demigod from Greek mythology.
Right.
And so again, when she says
Any
she has
more
ways of
info?
making people think, wish they were dead, you know exactly what she means. So through all three of you, I think you've probably realized the severity of what you've gotten yourselves into.
We're not fighting here.
Syntax doesn't know that.
Nope. Yeah, so I would like to point out, Nim knows that this woman is essentially tied to whatever this magic is here. Evie knows that those gods exist and that she seems to meet all of those requirements for it. Whereas Ryza, not Ryza, sorry, you're on Dylan's thing, so it says Ryza in our chat.
Yeah, I did
Kay,
that too.
whereas Kay is here just like shitting bricks because Kay knows who this is. This is literally the boogeyman you're told will come and get you if you act bad and give you never-ending nightmares. Ones that you cannot wake up from. Or that you will wake up from, but it will feel like 100 years have passed.
Hey, Arthana is she's going to talk a bit under her breath so her friends can hear, but she's not fully trying to
Yeah.
for grace from the people right across from her. And she's going to say, she's not just any god, she's the god of fear.
This makes Turgrid smile. I take it you understand the predicament you got yourself into now, do you, dearie? Now, we're gonna go do our thing. How about this? Astrid, you wanted some friends to go help you out down that other route, right? What if they go with you? Do anything wrong and, well, you know what? Let's make this fair. I'll accompany you. Just me and you, Astrid, and our new good friends here. Meanwhile, these little Auric can do what they came here to do. Everyone gets what they want except you lot, she says, pointing at you all. Well, hopefully, if you all behave well, you'll get what you want, which is to get out of here, right? Get out from what you little kids got yourselves into. Because, dearie me, you are some lost little pups. Sound good? She looks around at everyone like, you know.
I'm interested.
She doesn't wait for a response from anyone. And even your response, she doesn't really register. And she just puts her hands together. Good. Sounds like we've got a deal here. Shall we go? As she's walking by, she pats Astron's cheek in a way that you can definitely tell Astron is not comfortable with this woman. And that this woman is very much so enjoying how unsettled she makes everyone here. If there's someone who's ever exuded, for lack of a better term, abuser energy, it's this woman.
His mother.
Except in this case, it's purely intentional.
Yeah, that's true.
All intentional. She knows she holds the power, so she's gonna make you afraid that she's gonna use it. Again, she exists as the embodiment of her ideal, as the embodiment of fear.
While we're walking, in Astron's mind, she's gonna hear Nim's voice go, I know you're working with the demagogue.
What the fuck? Astron steps back in the immediate, like right away, fully out of her voice, just like looks around. She's like, who said that? I heard something. Someone said something. She looks around and she looks at you because you spoke earlier, and she points at you. You said something in my mind. Fuck, that's the wrong voice. I'm mixing up the two voices now. You said something in my mind. They
Read
say
in
that.
a room. It was supposed to be a secret. Jeez.
Like you can see the calculus running in her head, and she's like,
Act like you've been somewhere before. Like, kind of like give her a nudge. Like...
She just does a like, oh, I'm sorry kind of thing.
Syntax is gonna was during most of this looking at the lantern, and then is gonna look at Kaerthana with like a. Is Kaerthana say or do anything back? Syntax looks like they have the I'm going to do something unless we're not doing something now.
Yeah, so from the moment when Kaerthana told the group that this is the god of fear, you can see that she has had steam coming off of her. So
no.
Oh, she has had steam coming off of her. Oh,
Yes.
she has.
Syntax nods.
I need you.
Syntax is giving you such a nod.
I need Kay to roll a charisma save for me. And I've never wanted you to lose a charisma save
I want
so
you to lose so
bad.
Fucking bad.
I will say it is a DC 16. This is a lot of shit's happening. So it's a DC 16. I'm telling you this now, so I won't change it if you roll well. Fuck you.
What'd you fucking roll?
Fuck you.
Oh,
my god. And 16 is not an easy DC.
Listen. I told you. She's been going to the Fury Gale. She's been
She has. God
She has been
fucking.
working on her emotion.
I really wanted you to do Fireball centered on self right now, like so bad. You'd live probably.
Probably.
Probably. You are low level actually. Never mind. It might.
Yeah.
Okay. So Syntax is looking at this lantern. I will point out these two Auric have not did not question the totally not orders they got and have began walking up and away. Meanwhile, Turgrid is over here, kind of
Where
sussing out.
I need to know.
Okay. Here, I will reveal more.
Which space? Because she's here for me.
Let me reveal a little bit more.
Okay, that's a great spot.
Okay, so this there's another set of doors up ahead. So these Auric are moving to those. Oh shit! I accidentally. These Auric are moving to these doors up ahead to presumably get in through them. Turgrid has gone to this edge and is looking down, kind of contemplating like if she thinks she can jump to it and all of that. You guys can do whatever you want, but Turgrid seems to be very not bothered by you guys in the least.
Great. Syntax is going to stand right next to them.
Okay, move your guy on over.
Just looking down as well. So can you just not fly across or something with your god powers?
I'm looking at her stat block. Yeah, she casually steps out into the air, and you see the shadows that were around her that this lantern casts, essentially forming a platform for her to stand on. So she is going to just be standing right here and looking back at you. It is very clear that I will say, you don't even have to. It is very clear that boasts and taunts and things like that do work.
Yeah. Syntax is going to reach a hand out to see if she'll take him across.
You're just extending a hand? Which hand?
Mm-hmm. The metal one. Of course.
She tilts her head.
The fun one.
You're a little clockwork boyo, aren't you? You're that... You're the one your creator forgot about, aren't you?
Oh, this is start walking forward now.
This is some good shit.
Is she gonna catch him?
No.
He's gonna walk forward.
She does not catch him.
He's gonna stop right on the edge then.
Oh, boo. Oh, fear will control you even if you don't want it to, now won't it? Now she'll grab... Oh, hell yeah! Okay. So
he's reaching for the lantern.
Okay. Roll, oh my god, sleight of hand. This is going to be a sleight of hand. Roll a sleight of hand.
I was like, I have to play fucking true to this stupid fucking character.
Roll a sleight of hand.
I'm
so excited. Roll a sleight of hand.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Yes, absolutely. I also believe your sleight of hand on your cheat succeeded, so you have a student dice on sleight of hand.
Oh shit, what does that give me, a D4?
Yes. Right? It was sleight of hand, not deception that you did, right?
I did sleight of hand. Oh my god, please stay. No. Okay.
You have advantage and the student dice, but the student dice does not change with advantage, but I highly encourage you to use it. Like, this is a very good time.
It's a D4?
D4, yes.
Okay. Cool, my heart rate is racing. This is so fucking stupid.
Oh my god.
Please be a fucking 4. Oh. The total is 20.
Good. It was
He's gonna go to him with the lantern if he could.
Very hard DC to get it away from her. But you just... So 18 was going to let you grab the lantern. 20 is what it was to actually get it off of her. So you did get the lantern off of her.
He's going to hold it so tight to his chest and just fall.
Okay, you start falling. And
they just close their eyes and they fucking...
I need you to make a charisma save.
Oh my god.
With disadvantage.
Okay. The first one was a 21.
Oh.
The second one... I can't see what it... Oh, it was almost a natural 20.
What is
an
it?
11. 11.
I really wanted you to succeed. You feel something that is very hard to explain. It almost feels like someone else is wearing your body and trying to claw itself out of it.
Ugh. Is he still falling?
Yes, you're still falling. There's a divine force that does not like you holding this lantern. Specifically, an angel that is writhing and pushing against you and infusing your body. But it's not, it shouldn't be going into your body. It's not, it didn't choose you. It doesn't want to join with you. You see this angel in your mind's eye. I'm going to find artwork for it because I do actually have specific artwork for this. I think I saved it.
The aesthetic of fucking Syntax, the most devilly fucking lustful devil, and this just righteous fucking angel. Fuck, dude, you're gonna make me cry.
It's just writhing, trying to pull itself through your body. You are everything it is not. Everything it does not want.
Syntax is gonna just shout fucking out in the void.
Let me show you this artwork too. I really like this artwork. This is what you see. In your mind's eye, looming as you close your eyes, brilliant light before you, and this angel. Glass shards being created and slammed against your body, ripping out from the inside. This woman railing against her prison, which is you.
I can't see it.
It's up on the stream if it's not loading.
Fuck. Yeah, I can see it on
the and I'll post this in our chat as well, just only later. Also, it's fucking awesome art. But she is trying with all her might to break through. You only rolled an 11, right?
Yes.
Syntax, I have a very important question for you.
Okay.
Correction, Trent, I have an important question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Have you contemplated multi-classing?
No, but I'll do anything for story.
Okay, because you are now going to be presented with an opportunity to multi-class with Warlock Pact of the Celestial. As an option. Because as you're writhing, you feel something, and it's only for a moment. But you know for a fact it's not fighting against you. Just for a brief moment, it consumes you wholly and totally. And for a brief moment, that pain is still there. That imprisonment is still there. That fury is still there. And it's not you. It's trying to break free, and you're just there. You're just another thing to break free. And as you work, as you feel this emotion, this power, this energy coursing through you, you know one thing is for certain. This angel is trapped, and it is terrified. It is not what it is supposed to be. And for the first time, it's not alone in its imprisonment. And you feel deep down in your soul 2 words resonating. Help me. And then you snap back to reality. And the rest of you see Turgrid standing on her shadows, laughing, as she just lifts her hand and the lantern casually floats back up to her grip. Syntax holding on as tight as he can, sweat on his brow, but otherwise looking quite normal. And Syntax, yeah, You feel quite normal.
Syntax is just holding on.
Syntax is holding on, totally fine.
That's like clutched against chest.
But all of
their
the
eyes
sudden,
are still fucking closed.
all of the sudden, Syntax, you feel the cool air of this open space. That pain, that misery, that anger, all of that is gone. And you're here. And Turgrid casually grabs the lantern, taps you on the forehead,